Hey guys, what's going on? Trevor back here with another Riftbound product. This, as you guys may know, is Proving Grounds. It is effectively the board game version of Riftbound, the card game. Still a lot of cards, but specifically designed for 2 to 4 players. And yeah, this is a really fun product. And as of this recording today, I think is November 6th. It's been, this product's been going for quite a lot of demand. MSRP at $40 USD and TCG Player spiking up to $140. A lot of people selling, a lot of stores selling for double or triple MSRP. It's been kind of insane, but EB Games is set to fulfill their restocks back and to get the product back to people who pre-ordered at MSRP price. I am here to really just enjoy the product and to play with some of the cards that are only found in this exact box. They're not found in the booster packs. They're not found anywhere else. That's kind of what makes this product so lucrative. The other thing is, well, at MSRP price for this, you're getting 4 decks for the price of 2. So it's really fun, really cool product. Wanted to share with you guys this really cool unboxing. This is like gonna be a product that's gonna just be a mainstay of Riftbound for a long while. You know, it's a very good way to get your friends into the game. As I know, a lot of people from League of Legends or just Riot in general, you know, this is a good way for them to get into a card game, as there are like 6-7 card games out there, and I think card games are just really fun in general. If I didn't think that, I wouldn't have this channel, obviously. Anyways, this is the sort of instruction book on how to play. Well, I guess it's labeled that, but yeah, I should look inside. That's the how to play. And then every person gets this paper playmat of sorts. This is Annie's playmat. Well, I mean, Annie's not in the picture, but this is very clearly Tibbers. Annie's pet or ultimate or whatever have you. So everyone gets that to sort of put everything, you know, their champions, you know, chosen champions, the trash, everything. This is Master Yi. And it's really cool. Yeah, I think this is awesome. Such a really cool product to really get in. Let me readjust the camera back. All right, yeah. And then this is Garen. Yeah. And Lux. And as you can see right there, there's the 4 decks. There's not really much to like gamble on per se. Like everything in these products are pretty much predetermined, right? But really just going over the cards and seeing what's up. The cards themselves, okay, so these aren't foil because usually the legend cards are foil, but I guess here they're not. And then here we got, they're not pins, they are like, I guess, icons that you can put up to represent. So if I just open one, this is Master Yi. I don't know if I would use these. I think they're cool as a sort of collectible, but I don't think that they're like relevant at all to the game whatsoever. And I think I'm supposed to like hinge this and then, yeah, okay, there you go. So it's kind of like that. And then it sort of stands on its own. Yeah, so there's that. There's the Garen, there's the Annie, and then there's the Lux right there. Very cool stuff. I want to put this back because I want to preserve it. And then underneath, there looks like something else kind of hidden underneath the 4 decks. I want to get to the decks last. So, well, Annie. Okay, Garen. Lux. And Yi. And most of these cards in these decks are going to be cards that you've seen before, or, you know, just simply because they are literally in the main set. And as opposed to the starter decks, each deck does not come with battlefields. Every single one of these decks has their one specific battlefield. So I guess Void Gate would be Annie, right? Because Annie loves to deal damage. And then Word Camp should be like Garen or something, right? And then Fortified Position should be Yi. And then Peak would be Lux, I think. I don't know. I'm honestly not too sure. Maybe Lux would be the Word Camp, because same colors as Victor, who just has a lot of dudes. But yeah, everyone gets their own battlefield, and then you pick one, right? And this is like how multiplayer goes. You pick one to put out. That player goes first, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, best of one games, because, I mean, I don't really want to play a best of 3 multiplayer game. That's going to take ages. So, yeah, I guess it's really just designed for that. And the games are, like, supposed to go quite long, I think. Everyone's just trying to have a good time, trying to really understand what's going on, and so on and so forth. And I'm really trying to be delicate with how to open these. This is, like, my least favorite type of packaging on earth, because it's so damn hard to... Do I just give up? I mean, it's like runes in the back. I don't really care about the runes that much, right? Like, if I just, and then, okay, so there we go. Okay, so I damaged a bit of the rune, but it's fine, I think. Unless this is like a really expensive card. I'm gonna be so sad. Don't try this at home. Be more patient, especially if you're not filming a box opening. Ugh. Okay, please, all TCGs need to like collaborate together and make this exact type of packaging a lot easier, I swear to God. All right, okay, so there's Yi, non-foil. There is foil of it. Is there foil of it? There might not be foil of it. I guess it's only non-foil. I don't, yeah. Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, Master Yi. Okay, so this one is in this set. Cool. When you have 8 runes, I have 4. It's kind of tricky getting there. I guess not, though, because green really likes to ramp, and orange as well. Master Yi, though, I enter already, not foil. Okay, they really need to make full versions of this, and it comes with 2. That's really cool. Okay, and then Highlander is its signature spell. Reaction for no runes. Choose a friendly unit the next time it dies. Okay, so it's just Zanya's on a reaction spell, which is really, really cool. And I can see that being like tournament playable down the road. If it's a reaction, you can react to anything. And then Zephyr Sage, I think, is another one of these cards. Shield, Defender. So, I mean, like, this is really, really bad because it cost a 1 green rune. I would play this. I still maybe wouldn't play it if it wasn't this. If it was just 6, it's still not, like, great. Mountain Drake, though. Mountain Drake, pretty good. Staple in Yi Aurora. Gentleman's Duel, I've been trying to make this card work just in Aurora, but 6 mana for a removal spell is like, I don't know, it's definitely in the sideboard or something. And then Unguard is just, you know, the card to play in all these green decks. Meditation as well is another solid draw in green decks. And then Phantom, okay, so this is just a vanilla 5 mana, 5 might unit. Okay, but I think it's only in the set? No, I could be wrong. This might be in the main set. Poro for sure, though, is in the main set. We know what this does. One of the best 2-drops in the game, in my opinion. And then Confronts, get your units ready. Wielder of Water, not a great card in, like, the metagame, but I think just solid in Limited, and just a solid card in general. Especially combined with Yi, you're able to just defend for 6, which is nuts, for 3 mana, if that's the only creature on the battlefield. And then Kenyan Barrage to get all those pesky little dudes. Mobilize for the ramp. Stormclaw Ursign for more ramp. And then we got our runes. And I damaged this rune with those. But it's okay. It's fine. Because these are like very easily replaceable. So it's all good. And then yeah, so that's deck number 1. And then deck numero 2. Let's see how lucky I am this time with trying to get this mechanic off. Is there like a trick? Someone has to host like a YouTube tutorial or something on how to freaking get this son of a gun done. Do I just give up again? Do I just literally damage the runes? Is there a way I can just massage this? Vigorously massage it? Hello? Okay. Okay, whatever. Honestly, whatever. I'm giving up. Guys, you can sue me. I'm going to use the freaking scissors because it's the only way I know how. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the runes are worth jack. I don't think there's like specific runes in this compared to the other one. And I pulled so many runes. I'm just going to replace it to something else. Should be all good. Lux, though, when you cast a big spell, you draw 1. So just free cards. Very cool. And then, yeah, reward you even more for playing big spells. Makes it bigger. And that Lux, all 3 of these cards are not in the main set, I believe. And then this is reaction, add 2. Can't use it on the turn it comes in, which is kind of sad, but it's all good. 8 mana, though, to deal 8 is a little brutal. Like, this is just a little too expensive. And then Vanguard Attendant, I believe, is also not in the main set. It just enters ready for this cost, this, and this. This is, like, very too expensive. But, you know, these decks are kind of designed to be tuned down, so it's all good. And then we have Ravenbloom Student, which is the best 2-drop in the game. I think just without a shadow of a doubt. Singularity, also in the main set, just really solid removal. Blast of Power, more removal. So, you know, lots of big spells, lots of removal, right? Eager Apprentice, make your big spells cost less. More removal in Falling Comet. And then Yordle is just so good, especially if you're going last. If you start off the game turn 1 with 3 runes, that's like, it's so good, you know, because usually you want to be playing, most decks like to play 2 mana creatures, right? Assuming that they just go not last, so then they can use all their mana. But if you're going last and you have 3 mana, but you only have a 2-drop to play, then you're kind of just burning 1 mana for no reason. Anyway, Stupefy and Mega Mech, I was busy yapping. 7 mana for 8 Might Vanilla, and then Stupefy is, you know, Stupefy. Best card. Back to back. I almost said back to basics. This just pumps your team, kind of. Pumps 2 of your dudes. So still really good. And has a reaction too, and doesn't cost any runes. Daring Poro though. Okay. Attack. And then we have a 4 mana, 4 Might Vanilla dude, and Vanguard Sergeant. And then we have the rune split. I'm guessing all these decks have a rune split of 6/6. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what it feels like to be. I'm hoping I'm right on that. Okay. Garen now. 3rd time's a charm, hopefully. Like, the alternative for me is to kind of, like, crack this up, but then I'm scared that I damaged, like, the tops of all these cards. So, I don't really know what to do here, but... Oh, I saw, like, oh my god, I did it. I don't know how that happened. It was, like, a flap just opened out of somewhere, and now we're here. Sick. Okay. Garen. Garen does what? Whenever you conquer, you have 4 units at that battlefield, draw 2. Damn. Okay, so yeah. So this is probably the Trifarian War Camp deck for sure. If this rewards you for having a lot of dudes, yeah. I can't see myself conquering with 4 more units though, unless I'm playing exactly Victor, who just churns out dudes every single turn. And then Garen is just 7 overall. Just 7 might... Assault, shield. I mean, like 5. At 5 might, if you just want to kill it. Not a bad card, but not a great card either. Other friendly units here have +1. Okay, so this just rewards you for having a lot of dudes. And then they kind of did this out of order. I guess it was supposed to be like the 2 Garens, the 2 orange Garens together, and then the 2 yellow Garens together, but it was like 1/1. And then the signature spell is give friendly units +2 this turn. So this was like earlier with Lux's back-to-back, except this time you're paying 5 to buff literally your whole board, right? This is 3 and no rune to buff 2 dudes up by 2 might, and then this is 5 and a rune of either color to buff both. And it's not, so this is an action. The Garen signature spell is an action, but this is a reaction. Okay, so... I don't know, if you, like, at what number of dudes do you think this is more cost effective, right, than the other one? Because reaction matters a lot, surprisingly, you know? Like, some spells, because they're actions, there's, like, a lot of possibilities that just get shut down because they are actions, not specifically reactions. Anyways, though, Decisive Strike, really, really cool. Is this old Garen? Or there's got to be someone else. I don't know. It might be, you know, like, old Garen, kind of like a old Captain America. Anyway, Recruit the Vanguard, really solid card, playing 4 dudes. Okay, so lots of dudes. Noxian Drummer, and also this doesn't cost a rune, it's just 6. So I think it's fine. Noxian Drummer, just more dudes. Whenever it moves, more dudes. Okay, and then Attendant, we saw this earlier in the Lux deck. You know, another one of these 6 mana, gets them ready. And then Confront, we saw in the Yi deck. Okay, so just get a lot of units ready. Corsair, kind of shuts down like 1 damages or like 1 might units, but I don't really know if there's any other deck that kind of plays 1 might units in the in this box. So maybe not as good, but still just a 3 mana 3 might dude either way. Dune Drake though, okay, so can be a 7, but just base of 5, and it's just 1 copy, I'm guessing. It's literally one copy. First mate, 3 copies? Yeah, first mate just readies dudes. It's confront on a stick. Okay, and then yeah, so we do also see back-to-back here. All right, very cool. And then Daring Poro again, also very cool. Faithful Manufacturer. More dudes. Like, yeah, so this is like 3 mana for 3 might worth of stats and a 2 might and a 1 might unit when you play it. Okay, so you know, like honestly better than the 3 mana 3 might because, you know, again, Garen rewards you for having more dudes. So if you are able to split up the might across different units instead of just all having it on 1 unit, that's pretty good. And then Petty Officer, just 5 mana, 5 might, vanilla, but with assault. So it becomes a 6, and there's actual vanilla. Okay, and then the Dune Drake was sitting behind. So there's two Dune Drakes, but I'm just going to put this one here. And then this one feels a lot thicker than the rune section because there are a lot of recruits. We're talking like 8 recruits here. And the backs are buffed. But I don't think that there's any buffs in the Garen deck. So it's really just recruits, and they're just making it double-sided. And yeah, and then the runes here are alternating as opposed to the last 2 ones that we just opened. They were kind of like sectioned off by color 6 and 6. But yeah, this looks to be 6 and 6 as well. Very, very cool Garen deck. Can't wait to play it and just get stomped. I don't think the deck's that good, but like the thing that makes Victor so good is that you're getting that advantage so much, like every single turn, right? As the game goes long, you're happy for the game going long, right? But Garen, there's just like, it just doesn't feel like there is a natural endgame to things. Anyway, though, Annie, Darkchild, this is the deck that I want to play. This is like the secret meta deck that everyone's kind of been talking about. I have been playtesting with it, though, against like Kaisa and against good players on Aurora. This actually gets kind of shut down. So Annie maybe not as good as I thought, but still a really, really cool deck. You get 2 extra runes to kind of play around with over the course of a turn cycle, just like having interaction up and dealing with their stuff. So that's Annie. Red and purple, and then Annie itself returns a spell back whenever you play it. Spell back from your trash. And then Madame Marauder. So this is in the main set, but actually, though, it does come in foil, and I've been trying to get the foil versions. It's cool to see here, though. Whenever you play me, move a unit from a battlefield to a base. Yeah, so, you know, there is like a card called Fight or Flight, and that effectively does the same thing. It moves a creature to or from a battlefield, I think, for 2 and at action speed. So this kind of does that on this deck. And then 5 mana Annie, here we go. Your spells and abilities deal 1 bonus damage. All right, so 1 bonus damage. Okay, so I'm expecting to see a lot of like things that deal damage here. It's like this, you know. This is ability. It's a triggered ability. When you play Tibbers, you get the trigger, so it's called a triggered ability. So it will deal 4 if you had the Annie on the field. Or yeah, but then I guess it would just kill Annie itself if Annie itself was on the field, because this would then deal 4 and this is on the field. So if Annie's at base, your Tibbers is kind of free to let loose and go wild. Really, really cool though. Sick art. Firestorm, just a clean board wipe for all the small dudes, all the small things, all the small dudes. Traveling Merchant, you know, a staple 2-drop in the purple color. Incinerate, another, no, not a wipe. This one's just direct deal 2 to something. I think it's okay. I think there's more effective ways of killing stuff, but, you know, in this box is like a solid way of just getting people's early creatures out, you know, especially the Poros when they're not defending or attacking and they don't have the assault or shield buff. This just deals 2 and just is a pretty effective answer and doesn't cost any runes. Disintegrate, this is also another really cool answer. It deals 3, twice the mana, but it deals 1 more point of damage and you get to draw 1 if it kills it. So, you know, kind of refresh your hand. And then now Flashes. Okay, so this is a very important card in Annie specifically because Flash is just so good. It's kind of one of the key cards in the Annie deck. It's what makes the whole deck sort of work and you're able to really finesse people with it. This is why these are going for like a good $10-15 right now. The last time I press checked was like a couple days ago, and these were, yeah, 10-15 USD each, and I need 3 of them, so I need to get another one of this box and just crack and just get it. But yeah, Flash, really, really solid. You can go in with your Kaisas, your Darius, your really valuable creatures, strong creatures, and then if they ever try to conquer back and win, you just play this and you kind of protect everything, and you pray that if you're playing against E that they do not have Defy. But other than that, Flash, really solid card. And then Pouty Poro is surprisingly a very annoying 2-drop because, you know, people try to remove early game plays in order to kind of get the tempo, but then this adds on like a really expensive cost to like any sort of removal targeting it. So I think Poro is secretly like a really strong 2-drop. 3 of Gust. Gust just solid in the early, to kind of just, get people off their feet, get people sort of swinging and, yeah, kind of getting them on the back foot. Gust is pretty good. Morbid Return. Okay, so this is kind of just bringing a creature back. And then another Poro here is, yeah, you just get to look at your deck. You just effectively a scry one for those of you guys who play Magic. Not bad, honestly. Yeah, depends on the type of spell you're looking for or whatever card. This kind of helps you churn through that. It doesn't really help beat any of the other 2-drops though. The other 2-drops either have Assault or Shield or, even Deflect, like a way to protect themselves. This doesn't really protect yourself. It just gives you sort of a little bit more resource for down the road. And then Side Scout. So yeah, this is there Sneaky Deckhand? Yeah, okay. I was just about to say. So Sneaky Deckhand, this is played a lot currently in Annie, and it's just like a really good way if you're going second to just play this and get a point immediately. And I guess this is just a buff up version of that. For double the mana, you get 3 more might. So I don't know, you tell me whether or not that's a good deal. It's actually not. This card's not great, but it's still really cool to see this in here, especially if there's like an open battlefield and no one really has any scary creatures to send into a field on when they kind of go to their turn. You just sneak this in and it's pretty good. I think it does a good job defending. And then here we do have another 6/6 split, and that's pretty much it. These 4 decks, they seem really cool to play against each other. I'm very excited. I really love the full arts. I wish that they came in foil though. It would be really cool to see all these flames, Tiber's Flames go up in foil, and it would be really cool to see like Lux, any yellow art I think looks really clean. Unchecked Power is like a really cool card to see in foil. It kind of just accentuates the entire art and like the beam or whatever that's going on in the art. But yeah, that's kind of it. Thank you guys all so much for watching and bearing with me as I unbox and I stumble and whatever. Please go and pick yourself up one of these products. Not now, maybe down the road when our prices get lower, because I do really believe that for like 40 USD, this is insane value. This is really good. And I believe that there's like a few of these cards that can only be found in this product that will be meta down the road. Flash is already showing promise, and who knows, with any of the other Proving Grounds only cards, just how far they can go when set 2 and set 3 comes along, if they're going to be meta. So yeah, please go pick yourself out one of these. Really good stuff. Thank y'all so much for watching. I have one more unboxing video, one more box that I've either uploaded before this or after this. I'm probably going to try to upload this before, and then been posting shorts for pack openings, so just keep an eye out for that. They're really fun to make. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. See you guys next time.